Giacomo Mattioli, normally when we are speaking, we are at an event where you have beautiful Ferraris with the Scuderia Corsa name on them. You're a man that knows a lot about winning championships in that world of sports cars. I can't tell you how happy I was to hear that for the first time Scuderia Corsa in open wheel racing, Indy 500 nonetheless. Let's just talk about that motivation first before we get into some of the background about you and the team. What led you to say, hey, I need to try this, I need to do this open wheel thing?
Well, thank you, Marshall. Yes, growing up in Modena, a little boy, I grew up with open wheels racing, and typically Formula One there. But, when I was younger, I had the opportunity to hear also Enzo Ferrari talk about Indy 500.
Wow.
And then when I came here in the States, collaborating with Stefan Johansson and Thousand Bell, obviously, they really got me going. And what's amazing about this event is obviously the greatest spectacle in the world for motorsport, and also the opportunity to actually be competitive even with one-off entry.
I was fortunate to be there for Scuderia Corsa's Grand Dam debut. This was years ago. Obviously, great success there, and now two-time champion, defending champion in IMSA's GT Daytona class. For those that don't know about the team, though, who maybe aren't familiar with your sports car activities, tell us about when you formed the team and what it is you do on a regular basis.
Yes, so the Scuderia Corsa was formed in 2012, 6 years ago, and we were racing in the Ferrari Challenge. I own a few Ferrari dealerships in California, and together with
very beautiful. Very
thank
beautiful.
Thank you. And together with my partner Art Zafiropoulos, we decided to get involved in the professional racing, and so we developed from the Ferrari Challenge. That still is our bread and butter, our base of our platform. We went into professional endurance racing, GT racing. We started, the first race was Laguna Seca, and Alessandro Balzan scored pole position. We went on to race the last two races of that season in Lime Rock to help Ferrari win the championship. And then in 2013, it was our first full season with Grand Am in the 458 GT3, and we did win the championship that year with Balzan. And then on into IMSA, and we had the opportunity to go to Le Mans for 3 years. And Le Mans has been very good to us. We end up on the podium every year. We won it 2 years ago. So, amazing run, amazing people, a great, true team effort.
But this is a team, I would say, critically, that is about championships, a Le Mans victory. This is not, while again, maybe Scuderia Corsa isn't a team IndyCar fans have get to know fully, there is a great history and provenance behind it. I would say as well, Giacomo, about you, you're not just a guy with car dealerships, you're a racer at heart. Some of your stories about the Ferrari 333 SPs and such that you're a part of in the 90s and whatnot, this has been your life.
Yes, I've been fortunate to do what I love, which I wish for everyone to be able to do in their life. And motorsport and racing has always been a big part of, what we do. I was involved, at the beginning, the 333 SP program in North America, and then, I was with my friend Giuseppe Risi for years in his GT, very successful GT team and program, and then we decided to do our own team. And yes, we like to be competitive, and we think with the amazing association with RLL, and Bobby has been a tremendous, successful driver and team owner, and a great organization.
So last question for you. This is obviously your first race. While here, what are you doing? Are you doing anything to look at the future? Question whether a second race, a third race? I'm greedy. I want to have you full-time in IMSA and IndyCar. Is that a crazy thought at all?
Actually, it's might be crazy, but that's what we're working on.
Okay.
So we're working on, it's a 50-50 full season for next year. We're not there yet, but we are in advanced talk. And yes, we would love to add the full-time IndyCar program to our, platforms. I mean, obviously, we'll stay in the Ferrari Challenge, in the GT racing with Ferrari, but also would be nice to have an IndyCar program, and we're working towards that. So I can't say much more right now, but
Okay.
hopefully.
There was one critical question that was posed by a member of IndyCar's communications staff. So you mentioned Alessandro Balsan, who's won 3 championships with you. Obviously, you've got Oriol Servia in the car. Any chance you do a driver change like you do in GT racing to throw Alessandro in maybe for the last half of the race? I mean, come on, that kid's good too.
Yeah, you should ask him. I don't know, but he'll be attending the race.
If I see a really short guy with a Servia helmet trying to sneak in, we'll know what's going on.
Exactly.
All right, well, hopefully you got to know Giacomo Mattioli a little bit more, and hopefully you'll get to know him and his team a lot more next year. 50-50, they might be here full time, but a wonderful addition nonetheless.